Venus is the goddess of love. Where she came from depends upon who you ask, because in Greco-Roman myth, you find two distinct creation stories. One said she was conceived when her mother, Ione, copulated with her father, Jupiter. Then there's a more sordid tale. In a family squabble, Saturn cut off the genitals of Uranus. When the material hit the earth, it was in the sea at the Isle of Cyprus and mixed with some sea foam. The concoction caused Venus to rise up fully grown, and at that point she surfed to shore on a vulva-shaped seashell. In astrology, we do separate the two creations. We pair the Venus of Ione to the sign of Taurus. She's the sexual, instinctual, pleasure-loving, pragmatic version of Venus, whereas Venus of the sea is given to the sign of Libra. She's the intellectual, artistic, refined ideas and ideals about love. Everyone has a Venus in their chart, and her position says something about all these elements. Her sign tells what you desire, what you find erotic, what you find beautiful, your curiosities, your attractions, what issues and themes you run into in your relationships, the kind of art you're drawn to, your aesthetic sense, your tastes, your sensibilities, and your value system. Venus is both your relationship drive and the way in which you assess the worth of everything. I came upon a post a few days ago that read, "Love is metaphysical gravity." And it's true. On the metaphysical level, your love is a planetary body that has a fabric around it. And just as with the planets in the solar system, things get caught in your field. That's why it's essential to be aware of what you love and what you want. The weight, the amount of value you place on something determines whether it will be near you in your life or not. Consider that Venus was married to a blacksmith. He made magic items for the gods. Zeus got a thunderbolt, Pluto got a helmet of invisibility, and Neptune got a trident. When it came to Venus, he fashioned her a girdle. Whenever she put it on, nobody could resist her, mortals and gods alike. She could have whatever she wanted. Now, think about this. Of the myriad objects in the heavens and on earth, she was given a supernatural magnet. That tells us that our Venus has an attraction principle. Something powerful and even magical lies within us. It says simply, what you value has a pull. For instance, if you put a lot of value on learning, you'll pull information to you somehow. It may be books or documentaries that you make efforts towards. You'll be drawn to classes and subcultures surrounding your pet subjects. You'll tend to draw intelligent people to you because they like that you're curious. In this way, your life tells a lot about you. If you said you value learning and yet made no efforts to learn anything, even when you had the opportunity, I'd say you're mistaken, because your life is proof against it. This brings us to the glyph or symbol for the planet Venus. It's still in use today in our culture. It represents females, and it's said to be the hand mirror of the goddess. Some say it just symbolizes Venus's vanity. Even though Venusian people do fall into the trap of vanity more often than others, I don't buy it. This is an old goddess. And if you follow the precursors of Venus down the timeline, you see that she stood for serious things like the mysteries of procreation and the raw sexual force within us. So the mirror is more substantial than it looks. It goes to the heart of something extremely important in our evolution, and that is our reflection. Everything about your adult life reflects who you are, what you believe, and what you think you deserve. Your life reflects what shape your self-value is in. Venus wants to be adored, and if you mistreat her by ignoring what you love and what you think is important, you cause problems that fall one upon the next like dominoes. It should be said that love and desire can certainly have a disruptive quality. The Greeks thought of romantic love as a curse, not something lucky that human beings should crave, because desire can be dangerous and you can't express all of them. But of course, there's a dark side to every god. Venus is the only one in the pantheon who's both gorgeous and intelligent, but her relationship to pleasure is her real distinction. Venus makes an art of wild abandon. She drips with confidence, following pleasure guiltlessly. How many of us can say we live that way? All of the popular holy books have been used against us, and our Venuses bear the scars. There's a general feeling that denying pleasure is somehow noble. Toiling is better than self-indulgence. Humility is a virtue. Masochism is strong. Unless you're in bed, then it's a perversion. And forget about the enormous fear surrounding female sexuality. That's pure hedonism. And how has Venus fared? The erotic, sensually exciting approach to life has been replaced by a desert of pornography. Normal pleasure seeking has turned into Americans getting hooked, binging on everything from TV to sugar to methamphetamine. Because if you don't feel the pleasure of being incarnate, you'll seek escape in ecstasy. Venus, along with her lovers Mercury and Mars, make up what we refer to as the personal planets. They're the building blocks of the personality. Your loves, your preferences, and your healthy choices serve the principal goal of the horoscope, the actualization of the sun sign. Without Venus, we can't shine. How we lose a god originally is simple. We disown parts of ourselves, acting as if those traits don't exist. Now, we don't want this to happen, but it starts early with caretakers liking us better when they see one trait versus another. This can be helpful, but depending upon the situation, the process can leave you with a mild case of being uncentered, or it can edit you into oblivion. An astrologer can get to brass tacks quickly and tell you what makes your Venus feel secure, what nourishes her. Don't forget that Venus is linked to two signs, and those work in concert. Taurus stands for the need to assign value to everything, while Libra is concerned with the process of selection in all areas of life, including love, whether you're a man or a woman, and this includes everyone, gay, straight, asexual, and transgender. No matter who you are, Venus carries out the same functions. And you're a more powerful person when you're aware of those functions. Thank you for watching Secrets from an Astrologer's Desk, The Meaning of Venus. I'm Joy. More videos to come.